Hi everybody. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. It's a new year. Yay. Oh my gosh. This year went by so fast. I don't know about you guys, but it just seemed like it was 2019 and here we are 2020. I don't know how that happens, but it just blinked my eyes and it's over. Of course, we all know that we have lots of goals for our crocheting, and I'm sure all the things that you didn't crochet in 2019, you're going to crochet in 2020, right? At least I know I have a lot of goals I want to do in 2020. Um, let's see, I don't know what you guys all think about just, you know, writing down all your goals. I try to do that. I try to write down 10 most important goals that I have as far as my crocheting goes, and things in life too. Of course you want to do that, but for my crocheting goals, I list 10 things I want to make this for the not even for the year, maybe for the year. Yeah, for the year, like maybe I want to make a blanket. Maybe I want to make a sweater. Maybe I want to make a pillow. Maybe I want to make some hats for my grandsons. And these are all the things that I want to make. So I'm making a list for 2020. And the first one that I list is going to be like the really short little things that I could do, like hats for my grandsons. Number 10, of course, is going to be like the bed project, like the long project, like the blanket, the thing that you just work on every now and then when you get home from work, or you get home from a full day of other things and you just want to sit down and relax and crochet. I don't know about you guys, but that's what I like to do. And I'll sit down and I'll relax and I'll crochet and I'll watch all my YouTube videos. I'll watch all my crochet friends, and I love doing that. Actually, I'll show you what I'm crocheting right now. I don't have a lot going on because I was so busy making all my Christmas presents. I told you guys earlier I was trying to make a few Christmas presents for some of the people in my family. This is a little Christmas tree, crocheted Christmas tree ornament that I made. And I had intended to make these to give to my family, and I only made a couple, two or three, and I didn't have enough to give everybody. So if I don't have enough to give everybody, then I won't give them out, because then they'll say, well, I want one of those. But I'll show you the one I did give everybody. This one, the little crocheted hat. I just love this one so much. This is a little crocheted hat ornament. And I made about maybe like 30 of these. And I gave one to all my family members on both sides of my family, my husband's side and my side, which is about 30 people, 30 different families. And I gave one to all of them so that they could put on their Christmas trees for next year, and just because they're so cute. And then I also gave everybody a candy cane, and I showed you guys how to make this candy cane, remember? I showed you one of my previous videos, so you guys can go back and look at that if you missed it. And I made one of these for everybody, and they loved them. So these two, everybody got two of these. And then all my little nieces got the princess socks that I showed you guys how to make with the beads. They all got a pair of those, and they just love them. Actually, there was a lady that lives across the street from my son's house here, where I come and babysit my grandson. And she has 3 daughters, and I made each one of them a pair of socks, and I guess they all wore them, and they just loved them. As soon as they got them, they put them on. So the little girls, it does show you that they do enjoy wearing those little socks with the beads. They love them. So I gave one of these to each family, and then I also made a few of these scarves, these infinity scarves, and the ones that go over your head, and then they just kind of you can just either puff it up like that and then wear your jacket, and it keeps your neck warm, or you can kind of tuck it in and just wear it a little bit lower like that. But I made a couple of these and gave them away to some of my closer family. But you can see this one. This is that one is the V-stitch. So that one I made in gray, and I did make a few other colors too. And then I made a poncho that I gave my mom, and she loved it. I don't have it anymore, but I think I did already show it to you in one of my previous videos. It was a burgundy poncho, and I gave her that, and she did like it. Right now, okay, so that's what I did for Christmas. I was pretty busy trying to get all those presents. Couldn't do it for everybody, but I did do my best to give a little something to, and the kids, all the kids got something, so that was good. And then I'm trying to think, what else did I do? Oh, we had like an elephant giveaway. I don't know if some families do that, where you can't buy a present for everybody, so you do kind of like that game where it's an elephant present. I think it's called the elephant present or something like that. And what you do is you put all the presents in the middle, and then everybody picks a number, and then the people go up there and they pick a present according to their number. If you're number 1, you get to pick a present first. If you're number 5, then you're number 5 and you pick a present. You're the 5th one. So I went and I picked a present, and I'm actually happy because I got a purse. I got a really cute purse, or actually 2 purses and a wallet, which I'm using. I love them. And it can be anything that's used. It could be something laying around your house maybe that you didn't use that somebody else could use. It could be something used that that somebody else can use, like a blender or a little vacuum cleaner, or just anything you have that still works. Of course, you want it to be something that somebody else can use. And it's really fun. And then what happens is you pick the present, and then you get to have the present. You have to open it up and show everybody what you got. And then everybody sees. And then when it's like, say I'm number 1, then number 4, a couple other people have picked their presents. Then number 4 goes up there and picks a present. And then that person gets the opportunity to either pick another present from the pile or pick the presents that the people have already opened. And so I happened to open my purses, but nobody wanted those. So I was lucky because I got to keep them. My little purses, I got 2 purses that were like floral material purses. And then I got a wallet that I really liked. And so nobody wanted that, I guess, but I was happy with it. And then some other people pick some presents, and then people get to go and steal from them, either steal that present away from them. And if you get the present stolen from you, then you get to go back and pick from the pile, or you can steal from somebody else. It's a lot of fun. So so what I did was I crocheted 2 bags, 2 purses, like big basket purses like this. Actually, I have one right here, and I'll show it to you. Like this one. This is a giant purse, bag, basket. And see, and then I put some macrame. I weaved in, actually my husband did that for me. Weaved in the macrame all around here. See that? So it kind of like gives it a sturdiness. And then all around here there's some macrame cord that we weaved in. And then this is the bag. And guess what I keep in there? All my yarn. Yes, I love it. I carry my yarn in that. So, but I made like maybe the original pattern that I got for that, by the way, was Jada & Stitch's The Big Basket. But what I did was I kind of altered the pattern a little bit, and I just started kind of experimenting with what works better for something that I needed. And I made it a little bigger or a little smaller, depending on what I need. And then I used the macrame cord around the handle and around the front of it, the top of it, to give it a little more sturdiness if you're going to be carrying it around with you. But I made a couple of those. I made a brown one. I think I showed it to you in my previous video, but I'm not sure. I made a brown one, and I did make a pink one, pink and lavender. And oh my gosh, I wrapped them up, put them under there, and when the people opened them, the ones that got that, they didn't want to give them up. And one of my sisters stole my little sister's the one that picked the pink and purple one. And then when my middle sister went and stole it from her. Oh, she was so sad. And so now she's keeps telling me she wants me to make her one. So we'll see. Maybe for her birthday or something. It's coming up. And then, but I have another sister too. So if I give her one, I've definitely got to give the other sister one too. That's not fair. If all of them have them except for that one. So anyway, I'll probably end up giving them one for their birthday. But it's something that not everybody might like, but you will find something to do with it, because you can either keep it at home and use it to put things in, or you can use it to take your stuff in, your coat, your shoes, whatever, when you go somewhere and you want to just throw a bunch of stuff in a bag. Perfect. I love mine, and I use it all the time. So I did do that. I used those for my elephant giveaway, and they were a hit. And then, let me see what else. I believe that's about it right now for the gifts and things that I finished, but it was a lot of crocheting because I tried to get all that stuff done in time for Christmas. And for New Year's, I don't know about you guys, but I spent a nice quiet day at home with my husband, my granddaughter, and my grandson, because I babysat for him so that my kids could go out and party and have a good time. But I'm happy the New Year is here because it's a new beginning, and I have lots of goals and dreams for us for this year, for me and my family. I want us all to, I want to be blessed by the Lord for our whole family and my children and my grandchildren. So I pray for that. And I also pray for blessings for all of my friends, my crochet friends, all of you. And I hope that you guys all get your dreams come true this year. But make a list, like I said, and put down 10 things that you really want to make. And then just kind of check them off as you go, because if you're like me, I start crocheting things and then I put it to the side and I start crocheting something else, and I've got like 10 projects going at the same time. And it gets to be overwhelming, and sometimes you finish it, sometimes you don't, because then you find it later on, you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot about this. I forgot I was crocheting that. But I'll show you a work in progress that I'm doing right now, and that is this granny square. These are granny squares. Here's the granny square. This is what it looks like. And I use kind of like a variegated yarn. It's a really pretty light color of variegated. I don't have the label, so I don't know what it is anymore. But it's real soft and pretty. And I made a bunch of those squares with it. Just one skein is all I had. So I tried to make something. I like the yarn, so I wanted to make something that I could make with one skein. So I decided to make a scarf. So I did these granny squares, squares, and I sewed them together. And I kind of got, I think if I recall, I remember getting the idea from Arnie and Carlos. They did a podcast and a tutorial where they did granny squares with sock yarn, and then they sewed them together to make a scarf. And this is not sock yarn. I just used a regular variegated yarn because I don't have sock yarn. But I just like the idea of doing granny squares into a scarf. I thought, that's a good idea. So I mean, I know people do it all the time, but I just want to make my own. So this is the one I'm making, and this is what it kind of looks like on already. I'll show it to you. It's really short right now because I just started putting the squares together. But you see, I'm going to put these. I have some more. I have a couple more. So it'll end up being it'll be the right length. And it's a really soft, warm yarn. So I just like the idea that, it's just the right width and the right consistency for warmth. So I'm excited about that because I like this yarn a lot and I wanted to do something with it. And so it is coming out pretty good. Okay, so now I've got that going. And actually that's it, because my other work in progress, I don't have it here with me. I actually left that at home. So anyway, I just wanted to wish you all a very happy New Year. And I just wanted you guys to know that I was thinking about you, and I have been thinking about you, and I wanted to come on sooner and say hi and wish everybody Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. But you know how it goes. a lot of commotion and a lot of things happen at Christmas and New Year's, so you don't always get a lot of time that you thought you were going to have. We were rushing everywhere trying to get everything done, cooking. I made tamales. I made chicken and green tamales, chicken and red chili, and then cheese and green chili, green cheese and green chili tamales. And my husband and I did that. We did a whole thing where we made all these tamales, and then I also made a big pot of pozole for New Year's. If none of you know what that is, it's like a big Mexican soup that we like to make, and it entails red chili, green chili. I like to put green chili, red chili in mine. It doesn't turn out real hot. It's just kind of like a nice spiciness. And then pozole, which is corn, and I use a chicken breast, and I cut it up real like in cubes, and I put it in there, and it's just the best flavor, and it's so good on New Year's Day or Christmas morning. It just depends when you want to make it, but my family likes it New Year's Day, and Christmas morning we usually eat the tamales. So anyway,